Alright, so I wanted to see if there's anything going on here that maybe we might be able to make a contact. So we'll try this 14260. We're just basically going to listen. And then let me tune the thing. It shouldn't have any problem tuning. Where'd it go? There's a better signal right there. This is the what do you call it? Maritime Mobile Net. The band is not good right now. Yikes. You got noise right there. Alright, I've been looking for some stations on here that I might be able to pick up. I haven't had any luck. I tried 20 meters and a few other bands. 18. These guys are all doing digital, except for 14260. And I have not been able to hear them. But it's all the way on the East Coast. So 14260. We were listening to the Maritime Net, but I can tell you right now there's no signal. Tune the antenna. So we have lots of Ft8 on the band though, but nobody talking. Let's go push the out button. Ft8 and we'll retune and TX enable. Yeah, actually, I don't know if it was already enabled. Oh, yeah, no. You have to do the TX call. You can select a person on the line here and call them, but I don't remember exactly. You just... So let's say, okay, let's go find somebody, call in CQ, and we'll call them instead of just calling out. Okay. Alright, it should call in a second. And then we can see. So just for the hell of it, I want to show you what we're picking up on PSK Reporter. And just a few transmissions trying to call that station. So that's what it looks like on the map. So what we can do is you keep going here. You can go. It's hard to see it. But once you click that, you'll select a different station. You roll through with that knob and then push it, and it will just start calling them instead. So we're getting out pretty good, just none of these people are answering. Maybe they don't hear us, but like a lot of times people won't answer you because they're like, well, I don't need that grid, or I only want DX. They don't care that you're QRP or portable. They don't want you. So my suggestion is you go to a band where there's not going to be a lot of activity, like 30 or 60 meters. But let's try calling CQ just by itself and see what happens. So I'm using a full wave loop, which is an 80 meter loop, and this is the results we're getting at like 4 watts. So you can imagine how bad it would be if we were using a compromised antenna. So this problem is that people just don't answer. They're very picky about what stations they want to work anymore. So I decided to jump up to 17 meters and see what we can get on there. On the map, that's 17 meters, the lighter color. Okay, so now look right here. We click on that. We'll call him on the next one. I've worked that station before, it's in Cuba. But -4 dB, we should be able to reach that station really easy, but the reality is that when you're using 4 or 5 watts, even with a good antenna, it can be quite difficult to make some of these contacts. Especially we don't know how many other stations might be calling that person. We're definitely on a crowded band. We'll start a different one with the station in Mexico. A little bit closer, better signal. Alright, we're going to jump up a band. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. It's not going, there we go. So 15 meters, and then we need to tune. Hold down the tune button. Mostly DX. Let's just start calling CQ instead of specifically like calling anybody, and we'll just see what we get. We had a little bit of an SWR, about 4.5 watts, and this is what we did look like. After a cycle or two, we'll see the other band pop up on here. But you know, you can't make any contacts, but you can tell you're getting out. Alright, let's refresh it. It is unable to fetch the data. There we go. So that's 15 meters. Pretty much hitting the East Coast only. So we can zoom out here, make sure we're not like getting into Europe or something. We finally did get a call in Texas, I think. So we finally did make a call. Let's see what the map looks like now. Yeah. Now, one of the things I wanted to do with this radio is I want to change the CQ call. Okay, so it should just be able to do CQ, QRP. Okay, so after a bunch of fiddling, I got it to work, but it basically allows you to type in only one thing whatsoever. The space bar doesn't work. You just put in one thing, no spaces, and it'll just pop it in there with it. You scroll through here on the wheel. When you're done, hit the check mark and then go back to the keyboard. So it does work, but you don't have to type everything out, but you can only put in whatever, and it'll put it right before the CQ, which will help probably a lot trying to make contacts on this thing. Now we've been on here for a while, we're down to 40% on the battery. And look at that, we're getting all over the place, but no calls. I mean, this is the reality of it, guys. No calls. Alright. 12 meters, nice and quiet. This is the USO King. USO or whatever. Dominic 3D2USU. Many times have I worked him. Still no calls. Battery's down to 31%. We're just going to call CQ. We tried to call the one guy for a while. Okay, we can see we've been on here for about 30 minutes. I've broke out the rest of the battery stuff, and we're going to hook that up here in a second. Okay, we get the battery here. It's not too bad. I wouldn't want to probably hike with it. I use these. These are pretty affordable. This is a cord that comes with the Zygo. And I have adapters to go from Dean's to power poles. Charging the battery, we're pulling 0.6 amps. Transmitting and charging the battery, we're pulling 2.3. We're still only doing 5 watts. We could turn it up to 10 if we want now, but I don't like to do that. And that's pretty much going to be it for me. I didn't film everything, but we've been on here for over 34 minutes. And we did make a contact with Texas, but that's it. And you can see we've actually got into Europe, but not a single reply. And that's just because that's how it is nowadays. So it's extremely difficult to make a QRP contact, guys. It's ridiculous. They hear you, but they're not going to answer you. You know, it's just how it is.